Today's 961st day to come here to lessons to learn. I'm learning how to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about how to share your feelings, how to share your emotions. I think that this is a topic that is very, very important. I think that not being able to share your emotions, not to able to share your feelings is probably one of the top 5, top 10, maybe even top 3, the most important things that really keeps people from achieving their goals, maybe leads to wrong paths. People die from that, people take wrong actions. I think that this is very, very important. I think that the longer I live, the more I start to see how important it is to be able to share your thoughts, your ideas, your perspectives, your emotions, your feelings. Because if you bottle those emotions, it's not good for your health. You're not able to really build network and not able to build connections. Because when you share your emotions, when you have positive emotions that you share, you're able to expand those emotions. When you share negative emotions, you're able to split those emotions and really release those emotions. But when you really don't share those emotions, negative emotions, that means that you bottle, you have that luggage, and you carry that luggage. There's a beautiful saying that if you're carrying a cup in front of you, for 5 seconds is okay. For an hour, it gets harder. For if you hold that cup for all day long, your shoulder will be hurting like crazy. You will not be able to hold it anymore. Exactly the same with negative emotions. Sometimes you need to say, how am I able to put those emotions on the table? How am I able to release those emotions? And one of the best way to release emotions is to share it. It's very interesting. Sometimes when you don't think about emotion because you already deny it or you don't want to accept emotion, and you start to really direct yourself into other direction, so you don't want to think about that emotion because it's painful. It's painful to go through grief. It's painful to go through those emotions, negative feelings. So sometimes you just hide underneath of other things and you forget about it. But now when you share it, you open that hole of emotions, and you start to feel it. I thought that I healed for those emotions, but you start to sharing it. You become emotional because you didn't heal. You just hide those things, and those hidden things is the luggage that you're carrying with yourself for a long, long time. That's just very important to share those emotions, to share all the things that is hiding underneath of the blanket, underneath the bed, sometimes in a corner. Because when we're able to share our emotions, when we're able to share our disappointments, when we're able to really open up and being vulnerable, really become much more lighter. And we're able to move much faster because we are lighter. Because if you're going to climb the mountain, you will be faster when you climb without nothing, or you will be faster bringing all the luggage together. No, of course, it'll take much, much harder to really climb the mountain because you're carrying all the luggages. And I think that's a lot of times when we think about pursuing personal success is that we don't care like actual luggage. We're carrying emotional luggages. And that's something that is one of the topics that I really want you to dig a little bit more. And today focus on how to really share your emotions, how to open up and being vulnerable. So number one, first start is reflect on your feelings. Now it might be that you don't know your feelings, you don't know your emotions, because you didn't do research on emotions. So that we're still able to say, what do you think you feel? What do you think you feel? So reflect on those emotions. Take time to understand yourself. Understand at least that it's a positive or negative emotion. That could be the first step. It doesn't matter how small you start, it's how big you finish. So first step is could be, okay, this is a negative emotion, this is positive emotion. And then I will be able to work it through to understand what exactly I'm feeling. Number two is choose the right person. Choose the right person. That means when you want to really share, choose the right person is one of the key things when you're really able to be vulnerable and share your emotions. Because I know that I have heard like terrible stories when someone who didn't share their emotions, they didn't share their feelings for a long, long time, and now finally they think, okay, I will open up. I really will try to say something. I will try to share my emotions, and they share that those vulnerable emotions with somebody who is not compassionate, who is not empathetic, who do not understand people, who do not care about people. And they really use that information to manipulate or misuse that information. So now, because you get even more hurt, I try to open up. I try to really share that emotions, but it backfired me. I will never share it again. I will never say something about myself, and it's terrible. But again, we need to understand that it's choosing the right person to share and be vulnerable is very, very important as well. And we need to really find a person that we could really feel that that person earned the trust. And we need to give that trust as well. Number 3 is find the right time and place. So that means just beside finding the right person, we still need to understand that there's some kind of timing. Understanding, okay, maybe able to really speak and say, would you be okay if I will have some conversation. I would love to share a few things that is on my mind, on my heart, and when that time could be the best. I really schedule that time, really having that opportunity. Because of course, if you start to share your emotions when another person is sharing something very, very extraordinary, that something happened and you're sharing some other emotion, it might be that it will not land. So understanding the timing is still important, and understanding, okay, what place and time is good. Number 4 is use I statements. So when we want to share emotions and feelings, we don't speak about something externally. We speak about internal world. So that means we need to say that I feel this. This is my feeling. And we need to really have an I statement when we're sharing our being vulnerable and share our feelings, is we need to say I. This is my feeling. This is how I feel. It doesn't matter because we don't care about other person. Now, this moment for 5, 10 minutes, 15, this is my internal world, and listen how I feel. So we're not supposed to say, oh, that's sometimes people feel this way, and of course we can potentially try to bring other person to really say that some other person is feeling, even though that we feel this way. So we need to really own it. Number 5 is be honest and authentic. So if you really decide that you want to open up, try to really share everything. Be authentic. Not say that, not try to be really a very perfect person that, oh, just this is totally perfect, I'm great. It's just the things that sometimes I feel a little bit. Like if you feel a lot, so say that you feel a lot. Why you need to say that just a little bit? Now, of course, it might be that this is the first time they're sharing. Of course, anything will be better than nothing. Anything will be better than nothing, because I love the saying that you can suck at sharing, then you can suck again, then suck again, and then you really not suck anymore. You can then become good, and then keep being great in expressing your feelings, expressing your emotions. And you need to start something. So that means if you never shared before, of course, at the beginning, you might suck. But you need to really be honest about it. And you can potentially even start it. I have never shared emotions before. I never shared feelings before. And it's hard for me to really share. So be with me here. Like, allow me to really try to explain myself and try to explain my emotions that other person could understand that maybe you are not that good yet. Not that good expressing yourself. And they will be able to understand even more and ask questions, maybe that to get a little bit more understanding. And that's the right person could really open up even more. Number 6 is stay calm and composed. That means that, of course, those emotions could be very intense. But what we need to do is just making sure that we're really working very hard to release those emotions. But we release those emotions maybe slowly. Because a lot of times when we are in those roller coasters, very terrible, very great, very terrible, very terrible, very great, very terrible, very great. But then you're able to really be that calm and really releasing those emotions by sharing your emotions, how exactly you feel, could potentially be even more beneficial. And of course, sometimes it's great to pause and give yourself a breather, to connect your ideas, connect your emotions, and really share it again. Number 7 is listen and be open. That means that when we share, we're still supposed to be open to really listen what other person have to say. Because it might be that we over dramatize things. Or maybe we need to have a little perspective. I need to be open to that. Open to other person's perspective, just to make sure that we're able to really heal better. Because maybe they're able to express, okay, what I'm not able to see. Maybe they will be able to share what kind of emotions I'm feeling. If I'm new at sharing my emotions, maybe they will be able to say, how do you feel? Do you feel like this? Do you feel like this? What kind of really is triggering. We need to understand those emotions, and I think that this is one of the great exercises that people are able to do, really, to develop vulnerability and sharing the emotions, is really reading what emotions, the emotions of meaning, what emotions are what emotions. And really every single day, give yourself time to reflect on one emotion. So what happens when you feel this emotion? What happens when you feel this emotion? And when you're aware of your emotions, and other person could potentially help to understand your emotions better. Number 8 is be vulnerable. So that means that it's okay. It's totally fine. It's totally fine not to be okay. And sharing that I'm going through stuff. And going through stuff, it doesn't mean that that's something wrong with you. It's just the part of the season, part of life. Life is very seasonal. Everything in life is seasons. It's a beautiful thing because we have those seasons. We have great times, we have lower times. And when we are in that season, we're supposed to be okay. This is my season. I'm struggling right now, and this is what I feel, and this is my season. And it might be those also emotions is caused by internal things and could be by external things. And we're able to express that. And we need to be really vulnerable that this is what I'm able to do right now, and this is what I'm not able to do. This is what I control, and this is what I don't have control over. Number 9 is seek support if needed. And there's a lot of times I actually believe it is essential. It's essential to ask for advice, expertise, and see how great people who really are able to be vulnerable, who are able to share their emotions, who are able to share their feelings, really how they do that, how they share their emotions. Listen how they do things. And I think that we always able to find a coach, mentor, some kind of friend who is great at it, and really learn how they do things. Because some people are better, some people are weaker. And this is emotional awareness, and being able to really share your emotions is a learnable skill. Like anything in life, it's a learnable skill. So if you've never done before, that means your skill is very low. What you don't use, you lose. So that means if you never used it, your that muscle and skill of sharing your emotions will be super, super weak. And that's why we need to have support that we could really develop that skill set in a healthy environment. And number 10 is really practice regularly. So it means that you don't need to have massive disappointments and massive terrible emotions to share that. Sometimes be able to really learn and develop the skill set of developing and share how do you feel, what kind of emotions do you feel, and what caused those emotions. So being able to express exactly how you feel and share those emotions will teach you how to share emotions when you really need sharing. And again, as I said, when we share some positive emotions, that expands. When you share negative emotions, that you're able to really split those emotions. So that means when every single day when you experience some kind of emotions, we're able to practice and share how we're feeling, not just how we think, how we feel, and those feelings could be expressed and released, and really that could have a mutual benefit with the conversation with the person you have. Because I said that it's amazing when you have relationships. It's amazing when you have relationships when you're able to share the best and the worst, and you're not afraid to really share both directions. So I hope that you reflect as well. When was the last time when you shared your emotions with somebody, and how did you share and how it went? Did you were happy that you shared, or did it's disappointed? And then you can review. Did you do all those stuff? Did you review if it's the right person, is the right timing? Did you share it openly? Did you're honest? And did you prepare for it? Because all those things really allows you to become much better. Because I truly believe this ability to share your emotions allows you to regulate your emotions, understand your emotions better. And most successful people say that emotional regulation is one of the key aspects of succeeding in life. So this lesson, I truly believe that I will spend a little bit more, understand as well that I could become better, because I need to develop that as well. So I will be looking how to improve that, how to share my emotions better, how to share my feelings better, that I could really move to another level in my life. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.